This is the first video in my Words of Wisdom series, and I will of course relate this to music because this is a music site and you're here to learn music. And more importantly, you're here to improve your life through music. And you're here to learn music because why? Because it makes you feel good. Because it's fun. Because it's playing. We play music. So, that being said, I'm always going to relate these words of wisdom to music. However, to do anything well, it takes the same stuff. It takes the same approaches, whether you're learning to do music, or math, or ride a bike, or plan a motorcycle trip around the world. It's the same stuff. So, first, the most obvious, but we need to hear it, and I need to hear it. Often when I'm teaching, something will come out of my mouth and I'll say, Chris, you should be learning, or you should be listening to what you're saying right now, because you're speaking to this student, but you're also speaking to yourself. So, one thing I've noticed, and you'll notice this with successful people in any endeavor, is they don't stop. They keep going. They put in a tremendous amount of effort, and they go step by step. Step by step by step. Now, if you wanted to be, say, a master musician, and you're only willing to take one lesson and not practice very much, you have no chance. Okay, let's be honest. You have no chance of being a master musician. Because the master musician, their habit is to practice hours every day, to seek out training, to seek out teachers, multiple teachers, to go to schools and to travel the world finding the stuff they want to learn. Okay, those are the characteristics of a master musician. The characteristics of a master anything is someone who puts in the necessary effort to be a master. Now, I've heard this number tossed out a lot. It's the number 10,000. 10,000 hours to be an expert at something that we as human beings consider difficult, like music or mathematics or whatever it is. And that seems about right to me. Now, 10,000 hours seems like a lot. But when you break it down, it's only 20 hours a week for a decade, 20 hours a week for 10 years, which is a part-time job. You do it for 10 years, you're awesome at it. Or, if you want to go big, 40 hours a week for 5 years. So 40 hours a week, most people, at least that I know, work 40 hours a week. So it's a full-time job. 40 hours a week for 5 years, and you can master something. Okay? Now, we can give or take a few thousand hours here or there, but really, that's a pretty solid and well thought of number that I've heard from many resources and many influences on me and my personal development. So, I offer that to you, the 10,000 hour rule. Now again, other things that I've noticed that people who are good at stuff, people who have mastered something, people who inspire me, how they do it is they constantly do it. They constantly chip away at whatever their goal is. And they don't give up. Simple as that. Now, you could take 10 guitar lessons with me, and you won't be a master. You might not even be where you want to be after 10 lessons. In fact, probably you won't be where you want to be after 10 lessons. You know, but what about 100 lessons? Okay? What about 1,000 lessons? Now, what about in between each lesson, you practice 10 hours. Now we're starting to talk here. Now you're going to get results. So, you also want to be honest with yourself. Am I putting in the necessary effort to do whatever I want to do? Okay? One of my favorite guitarists is John McLaughlin. He's amazing. I love that guitarist. He plays, I mean, he does it for me. Okay? You know, he plays 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. And if I wanted to be as good as him, that's what it would take. So if I only could practice an hour a day, I need to at least be honest and say, okay, I don't want to do, I don't have the guts to do 12 hours a day. So, in all honesty, I won't be as good as him. I won't be able to hang with him in guitar land. So if you're honest with yourself, it goes a long way. And music and any sort of discipline, remember, if you're good at one thing, you can be good at anything, because it takes the same stuff. regular effort, persistence, not giving up, step by step. The list goes on and on and on. So, where was I going with that? So, whether you're good at math or good at music, to be honest with yourself and to have the goal of mastering something, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about your discipline. You're going to learn a lot about your grit. You're going to learn a lot about whether you're doing what it takes to do whatever you want to do. So, be honest with yourself, enjoy it, and this is, again, my first video on words of wisdom. I hope that this helps in some way or another. Again, don't take my word for it. I don't know everything, okay? Know that not all knowledge is in your school, but I've noticed this. This is what I've noticed. I know it's helped other people. I know when I've adopted some of these things that I'm going to put in this Words of Wisdom series, when I've adopted these techniques, these approaches, these perceptions, these perspectives, it's helped me. And I notice a difference. So that's why I'm telling them to you. But again, try them. Don't take my word for it. Try it. Tell me what you think. See you next time.